A very good morning, students. In this video, we have learned the concept related to introduction to C programming, and it is the part of unit number 2 in our syllabus. So first we will see some basic history of C language. So sorry. C language facilitates a very efficient approach to the development and implementation of computer program. It is the basic, or we can say first high level or very close related to the assembly level language of the computer. The history of C. The C started in 1972 at Bell Laboratories, USA, which is invented by the author Dennis M. Ritchie. C was first designed by Dennis Ritchie for use with Unix operating system on DEC PDP-11 number computers. In 1983, the American National Standard Institute, that is called as ANSI, established a committee to standardize the definition of C. Means give the formal standardization to the committee, or we can say just given the standardization for that language. ANSI, it is one of the American National Institute which is formed one committee, and through that committee a basic standard definition is given to C language, and later that after the 1983 this language is introduced as a ANSI C rather than only programming in C. So resulting standard is known as ANSI C, and it is recognized as a standard for the language, grammar and a core set of libraries. Means whatever the institute form a committee, that committee can finalize all the set of standard libraries, the vocabulary and standard predefined rule for the C programming language. So the syntax is slightly different from the original C language, which is frequently called K and R for Kerinumf and Ritchie. Means whatever the syntax is developed in original C through the Kerian and Ritchie author, that is has some little bit changes are made through that standardization committee, and those changes are implemented in ANSI C. So there another one international standard organization is also standardization committee, which is very similar to ANSI C. It appears that there will be yet another ANSI C standard officially dated in 1990 or early in the 2000 years, and later ANSI C is called as a C99. So this is the basic graph. This is the basic graph of the programming language. Before going to using C language, the first use is ALGOL in computer history. After that developed new programming language BCPL. After BCPL, B is invented. After B, C is invented. This is called as original C, which is invented on 1972. After that, the name of C is given to K and RC, that is Kerian and Ritchie. Then after standardization of American National Standard Institute, it is renamed that ANSI C. After that ISO again give the standardization for that. After that it renamed ANSI ISO C, and finally it is C99. But today's popular this language is known as a ANSI C. So some silent features of C language we have just seen here. So whatever we written the program in this C language are efficient and fast. C is a highly portable. Why it is called as highly portable? Because whatever we write a program on one computer, we can easily move that program on another computer also, and we can execute the program, same programming, another computer also. C language is a well structured programming language because a particular template is provided for creating a program, and according to that steps we can write the statements, or we can write the instructions for the execution in C language. It is very easier to learn. This language is very simple, similar like the English language, because set of vocabulary, some standard definitions, syntaxes are available, and using that we can easily learn this language. C is a smaller, simpler and more compact. C is a very smaller language. It is also so simplest language. Whatever we create the instructions, we can put those instructions or statements in one by one for the execution. C provides a large collection of standard inbuilt library functions for the execution of program. C is basically called as a compiled language. because using the C programming language we can create various compilers, or also we can use the programs compiled before going to execution. So C is called as a compiled language. And another important silent feature of C language is nothing but it is high level assembly language, because it is very close or near to the machine language through the compiler, and it is easily execute the source code into a C. Whatever we develop, it is easily executed on a machine code. So that's why C is called as a high level assembly language also. So these are some basic silent features of C language. Now next point we have just see the basic structure of C program, means what is the template is available, what is a basic template or what is a basic structure is available for writing a C program. So program written in C language follows this basic structure, means a basic predefined structure is given in a C language, and we can use this structure for creating the program. So the sequence of sections should be as they are in the basic structure. Also a C program should have one or more section, but the sequence of section is to be followed. It means what? We can write the program by using various sections, but basic 5 sections we need to follow to writing any small program or a large program. So what are the basic sections? First is documentation section, second is linking section, third is definition section, fourth is global declaration section, fifth is main function section. Main function section is divided into 2 parts, declaration part and executable part, and last is subprogram section. The subprogram section include the functions, multiple functions, those are user defined. User defined means programmer created functions. So total how many sections are basically required for writing the C program? First documentation, second linking, third definition, fourth global, fifth main, and sixth is a subprogram section. So in that the documentation section, definition section and global section, these are not mandatory part, these are optional part, but the linking section, main function and subprogram, these are the mandatory parts. Means which part is required? Linking section part, main function section part and subprogram section part. These 3 sections are mandatory, and which 3 are optional? Documentation section, definition section and global. So we just see one by one this section, what we do in this section for writing the program. So how many total sections are required? Total 6 sections are required to write a simple C programs. Okay. So what is the first? So first is the documentation section. Documentation means what? How we create the documentation in C language? If suppose we want to write an essay on any given topic. Suppose I want to write on an essay on my mother. Okay. So we can just give the title for that essay and then start to writing the statement one by one. Then we can create multiple paragraphs. Either we can write the essay for 1 page, 2nd page, 3rd page, whatever the content, according to that we can write the essay. So same here, suppose if we want to give the name of program, then we need to call that the documentation section. Okay, so writing the essay, what we do first, we can just give the title of essay in English language, which is allocated by using the double quotation marks. So same here, if we want to give the program name or some additional information regarding the program, then we can put such things under the documentation section. Understood? Documentation section means what? Documentation section is nothing but we can put the name of program, and along with the name of program we can provide the additional information related to that, which is included in which section part? First, documentation. Okay, so it is consists a set of comment lines giving the name of the program. Understood? Then second important part, it comes first and is used to document the use of logic or reasons in your program. It can be used to write the program's objective, developer and logic details. The documentation is done in C language with slash, star and star slash. Which symbol is used for documentation? I am taken just example. Okay, what example I am taken here? English language essay, my mother. Okay. So before going to write the first statement in that essay, what we do? We just give the name of that essay is my mother, and we can put which symbol? Double quotation marks. So same here, if we want to put the program name, then which symbol we need to use in a C program? We need to use slash, star, star, slash. This symbol is basically referred to give the program name and additional information related to that program. So whatever is written between these two are called the comments. So whatever you specify the statements within this symbol is called as a comments, and those comments are come under which section? Documentation section. This is the first section of the C program. Understood? Then what is the next section? Next is a linking section. Linking section. Linking section means what? Link means what? What is the meaning of link? Link means join. What is the basic meaning of link word? Link is nothing but join. So whatever we create the program, means whatever we write the statements in our program, we need to link with the standard library. C is provide a various sets or rich set of the inbuilt library functions which is using for to creating the program. Means what? Some functions. What is the concept of functions? We will learn that concept deeply in some later units. But just now you remember the function is nothing but unit of code. So some code you need to write in your program, and some code is already available in another file. So we need to link those files which are available in a C standard library. C standard libraries. So using for that we need to use which part in our program? That is called as a linking section. So linking section means what? The functions those are already available in C programming language, and we can use those functions in our program. Then we need to link the file name for that function. So we can do such task under this linking section. Okay. So it is provide the instructions to the compiler to link functions from the system library. So this section is provide the instructions to whom? Compiler. Then compiler can link the functions whatever we use on our program. They are taken those functions particularly from the standard library files. Okay. So which syntax is required for indicating for this? So this is the basic syntax. Hash include stdio.h. This is called as a linking section because hash include is one of the important directives, or we can say preprocessor, because C program is divided into group of functions. Okay. So some functions, our program is nothing but group of statement. That group of statement is called as a function. Function is a technical definition of the programming languages. So we can say whatever we write the set of instructions in our computer program, we need to group those set of instructions into a different group, and every group is need to give a name. The group of name is called as a function. Understood what is the basic concept of function? Function is nothing but whatever we write the group of code, that group of code is called as a function. So C is a bunch of functions. Means so many functions are available in a C programming language. So some functions are written by user. User means what? Programmer. Programmer means what? You students. Means you are writing the C program. Then you is called as a programmer. That is nothing but user. And some functions which is already available in where? Standard libraries. Okay. So many library functions inbuilt are available in a C language, and we can access those standard library functions. So library functions are also grouped into different files, and the name of that files is called as a header file. So we can achieve the library functions through the header files only. And how we specify the header files in our program? We can specify header files in our program by using what symbol? Hash include keyword, then opening bracket, that is called as a less than sign, stdio.h. H stands for header file, means this is one of the header file where inbuilt functions are available, and we are using those inbuilt functions in our program because so many input and output functions are available in this header file, and we can access those functions in our program. That's why we need to link this header file, and that header file, it should be necessary to mention in which part in our program, that is called as a linking section. Understood? Header file means what? Header files means what? It is nothing but the set of library functions where so many inbuilt functions are available, and we can use those functions in our program for executing the code. So what is the basic concept behind function? Function is nothing but group of code or group of statement. So some group of statements user is created. User means what? Programmer. Programmer means what? Programmer is nothing but you. Some students also programmer. Suppose you know the C language and you want to create any program or task related to that language, then you can also say you are a programmer. I also programmer. Okay, or programmer also called as a user. So some functions you also need. You also created your own function, and some functions are inbuilt available. So where those functions are available? In a header file. And which section we can include the header file? In a linking section. By using which keyword? Sorry, hash include. So this is achieved by using the preprocessor or directive hash include as follows. So hash include file name, means here file name is nothing but the header file name. We need to provide the header file name. In that file we can achieve the inbuilt functions which is required for executing our code. So this is the basic header file which is used in a C language for providing the standard input and output. So what is a long form for stdio? Stdio stands for standard input and output functions. So taking the input from user and display the result on a screen, C can provide some inbuilt function, or we can say library function. Inbuilt function means what? It is nothing but library functions, and library functions were located in a header file. So how we achieve the header file? By using hash include statement. Okay, understood this linking section? So this is the second section of the template of C program. Now we can move the third section, that is called as a definition section. So definition section is defines all symbolic constants. Symbolic constant means what? Suppose if we want to use some value is the same from first line to last line, so such type of value we can declare in the definition section. Because hash define, it is also called as a directive, means it is a preprocessor compiler, but it is not a statement. Means what? Suppose if we want to use any fixed value, let us take one example of the maths. So in maths the pi value is a fix, right? So what is a pi value in a maths? It is a 3.14. So can we change that value? No, because it is one of the standard fixed value assigned to the pi. Suppose if we want to calculate this area of circle or any expression based on the pi, then which value we need to take for pi? 3.14. Okay, so pi value is same. Pi value is same. We can use throughout the program using the same value. Okay, so at that time we can declare the pi value as a definition section, that is called as a symbolic constant, because it is a preprocessor compiler directive and it is not a statement. Means hence once we define hash define in, then the compiler directive which tells the compiler that value is fixed throughout the program and max is found, it will replace with the 25. Means where in the program this max word is founded, that max word definitely automatically allocate which value? 25. So it should not be end with semicolon. This statement is not end with semicolon. It is usually placed at the beginning before the main. Main is one of the section in program, and symbolic constant are generally written in uppercase. So it's very easy to distinguish from lowercase variables. Okay. So whatever we define the values in hash define, it is called as a symbolic constant, because it is always defined in a uppercase letters. So that is the third part of the basic structure of C program. Now next is a global declaration section, that is the fourth part. So here we can declare the variables which are used throughout the program. So what is a variable, what is the concept of variable, we will see later this concept in detail or brief, but just here understood what is a variable means. The basic definition related to variable is nothing but name or label given to the value. Understood what is a variable? It is called as a name or label. It is called as a label which is given to the value for storing into a memory. Okay. So here whatever variables are used in our program throughout the same whole program, so are declared before going to use in a program. So such sections are called as a global declaration section. Means what? Before main function or before main section, we can declare some labels for storing the value, and the value for those labels are same for first statement to last statement. So such labels are declared under which section? Global section. Global means what? It is available to all part of the program. Global and local, you know what is the primary meaning of global and local. Global means it is available to all world, and local means it is only available to restricted part. Okay, it is not available to all people. So same concept apply against C program. Global means that value is available to whole program, and local means it is available only to the some part of the program. So global section is available before the main function. So this is the fourth section of the basic template of C program. Now fifth section is a main function. It is very very important because because whatever we create the program or whatever we write the set of instructions in C language, that is started from the execution by using only main function. So every computer programming language is required this main function. Without having the main function, any programming language cannot possible to execute the program. So same here, for executing the C program, we need to use the main section in our program. So it is tells the compiler where to start the execution from. Means where the execution of the program is started, and that execution is started from which part? It is nothing but main section. Main is also one of the functions. So what is a function? Group of code. Because in main section also we can combine the set of statements for creating the result, and those set of statements can be combined into which symbol? Opening bracket and closing bracket. So this is the basic syntax for the main function. Main, we can write the main keyword, then opening and closing parenthesis, then opening brace, then points for execution start. From this, after the opening braces, execution is started, and after completing all the statement, after ending the closing brace, execution is stopped. Sorry. The main function has basically two parts, declaration part and executable part. So declaration part, so what happened in these two parts? We have seen earlier, the main section is divided into two parts, declaration and executable. So in declaration part, we can provide the labels for storing the data and value, that is nothing but variables. And executable part, we can write the statements. Means what? This has the part of the program which actually perform the task we need. At least one statement will be present in the executable part. Then and then only C language can calculate the proper result. Otherwise, it will not show any output. So executable part means what? It is the perform the actual task. Means what? Take an example, simple addition of two numbers. If we want to do addition of two numbers, then storing the values, we require label that is called as a variable. So we can declare the label into which part? Declaration part. And we need to create expression, right? C is equal to A plus B. So that C is equal to A plus B expression, we can write into which part? Executable part. Okay. So that part we can perform the actual task. So what we perform the actual task? We need to do the addition of two numbers. So we need to write expression where executable part, and where we need to take a label for storing the value in a declaration part. So these are two important parts related to main section. Then next, related to some point related to main section, the declaration part and executable part appears between the opening and the closing brace. Just I am saying this is the opening brace and closing brace. So these two parts must be included within this opening brace and closing brace. Okay. All statements end with the semicolon. Every statement must be end with what? Semicolon. If you give the semicolon, then syntax error will be generated. So remember, every time to write the C program, every statement must be end with the semicolon. Then in C program, the main part is divided into various forms. So what are the different various forms of main function? We can write main function in a various forms. So we can just write this using main, then we can use int main, then void main, then main in bracket void. The next is sorry void main, int main, void. So these are the different forms are available in C language, or C can permits to write the main function or main function sections for writing the program in C language. Okay. Now next point related to main function. If the empty pair of parentheses indicates that the function has no arguments. Means what? If we write just main or give the bracket empty. So same here, integer main empty, void main empty. Then what is the meaning of this? The empty pair of parentheses indicates that the function has no arguments. The keyword void and integer specify before the main. We need to use void and integer before the main. The standard use of writing the main in C is a both. Either we can write integer main or void main. Both are valid. So what is the meaning of this? The void means the function does not return any information to the operating system. Means what? The main function does not return any value to operating system after completion of the program. It just execute the program and just terminate the program. And if we use int, means the function return integer value to the operating system. Rather than void, if we use integer main, then int, what happen? Int can return the value to operating system. Means after execution of the result, the integer can return the operating system that the task of the program is successful. So another primary difference is what? If when we specify main function with int, then the last statement in our program must be return 0. Sorry. Means what? if we write the main function by using int, then our program must be terminated with statement return 0. And if we write void main, then it does not necessary to include return 0 as a last statement in our program. So understood main function. So what is the basic of main? It is start the execution of the program, and it has the two part, declaration part and execution part, and whatever we write the code which is enclosed between opening bracket and closing bracket, and which keyword are specified along with the main, integer and void. And last section of the template of C program is nothing but subprogram section. So subprogram means what? It is called as a user defined function. We can write multiple functions in a C program. Function 1, function 2 up to function n. It contains all the user defined functions that are called in the main function. So where we call these functions? We can call this function inside the main only, opening brackets and closing bracket. So these functions are not declared to any other program. We just call those functions inside the main only. So whatever number of the functions created by user, all these functions are included within only the main, because main where only the execution is start. So compiler tell where the execution of the program is start. So every programming language is having the main function, and there is only our program execution is started. So that's why whatever we create the user defined function, all these functions are also need to include in the main. So user defined functions are generally placed immediately after the main function. They appear in any order, but we can define those functions separately rather than main. But for the execution we need to call inside the main. At the time of writing the program, we will see later deeply these sections, but just here understood what is a subprogram. Subprogram means what? We can write our own code and we can give the name. That code is called as a user defined function. We can define functions separately rather than main, but at the time of execution we need to call user defined function inside the main function only. Okay, so all these 6 sections are required for writing the C program. Understood? What are the 6 sections? Documentation section, linking section, definition section, global section, main section and subprogram section. Now next part. After writing the program, we need to execute the C program. So for executing a program, C can provide some series of basic steps. So 4 basic steps are required for executing the program. First, creating the program. Second, compiling the program. Third, linking the program with functions from the C library. And fourth is executing the program. So these 4 basic steps are required or involved for executing the C program. So this is the basic structure for the execution. I will show how the simple small C program will be executed through this diagram, basic diagram. Just we have enter a program. Where we enter a program or write a program? In a text editor, that is called as a edit source program. So through the text editor we can write our program, that is called as a entry part. So after completion of writing the program, we can compile our program. So for compilation we can use what? C compiler. Inbuilt C compilers are available. Through that we can compile our program. Compiler can check the syntax errors. If any syntax errors are available. Syntax error means what? If we do a syntactical error, means suppose if we not terminate a if we not terminate a statements with a semicolon, then it will give the syntax error. So if syntax errors are present, yes, then again it go to the source program. We need to correct, again compile, again check. If no, then next part, object code will be generated. We need to link the standard library functions through the system library, then execute object code. Whatever source code is converted into object code along with the object code and libraries definitions, we need to execute the object code. Object code can check logic and data error. If there any logical error or data error are present, means whatever data is entered is proper or not. If no errors, then it will generate the correct output. If any logical errors are present, then again it provide to the text editor for source program. Or if any data error are present for input data, then it give input data need to be entered correct. Again it go to execute the object code. Then again it will check logic and data error, and if there are no any errors, logical as well as data error, then correct output will be generated. Data error means what? If we enter any wrong data, means whatever given the input data is wrong, then again it pass to the executable object code. It say please enter the proper data. After entering it, it will correct output. And if any logic is incorrect, then it give the error, and it is give back to again text editor, edit again source program, and again it process the same concept or same steps, that is compile program, syntax, link with library, execute object code, then check logic and data error, and then correct output. So this is the basic structure or basic diagram or basic figure to execute the C program. So understood? Introduction of C program, then silent features of C program, basic structure of C program, how many sections are available, total 6 sections are available, and how to execute the C program. Okay. Now next video we start to learn the predefined set of vocabulary, keywords, alphabets, digits, symbols are available for writing the C program. Thank you.